The A Show.
Where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter.
Welcome to the A Show. Hello, all you beautiful, sexy, and smart people out there. So we are happy to see you. I see you, Allie and Bigwig and Michael and Alex, and I see some of you filtering in now. So we're gonna wait and let everybody come in, but it is nice to see you. Thank you for being with us last week. I know we weren't live, we pre-taped because I was in North Carolina. So thanks for being here anyway. We appreciate that very, very much. That was super cool. I didn't get a chance to pop in, but I saw we still had a pretty good attendance, so that was pretty neat.
Yeah,
so,
I popped in and chatted a little bit.
Yeah, you did. And this is my beautiful cousin and co-host over here, Eva D, Spirit. So
hello.
Yeah, you got to babysit a little bit and make sure that the stream was working okay, right?
Yeah, I did. I said hello on a couple platforms.
Thank you. That was awesome. So, and welcome Nomad, welcome everybody else coming in. We appreciate you. So yeah, we are going to do a storytelling. We're going to do story time tonight. We had we were sitting around this weekend and we were I guess ruminating. Is that the word? Reminiscing?
Sure.
Reminiscing. We were talking about the days of yore. Back when I stories around Playboy and working for the Larry Flint Productions and wrestling stories, and we got to the point where Eva started kind of voice taping it. She's like, these are great stories, we should kind of rehash some of these for the show. So I thought, okay, sure, we'll do that. We probably shouldn't give so much away, but okay, we'll do that tonight. So that's what we're going to do. And then Eva has some interesting dating stories. She has ventured back onto the apps, and it is a shit show.
Yes, that's the way to put it.
Oh my God. So yeah, she's got some interesting stuff. So I see Daryl and Winona. Thanks, you guys. Lon, hi, everybody. Hi. So, gosh, where do we even start?
Okay, so I would say let's start with you. Story time.
Are we starting with the Playboy one?
Well, okay, so the conversation started, we were talking about that we never went back to when you were digging through your garage and you found those wrestling magazines and stuff, and you were talking about bringing it on, but haven't, it's hot in Florida. It's hard for you to go through the garage and go through that stuff. So, but that led on to like what magazines, what you had in there. You had wrestle magazines, all kinds of old things. And then lately, she's been digging out of some closets and found some interesting things, including a newsletter. Why don't you tell them about your newsletter?
I did. Hang on a second. I have it
right here. Mentioned it one time before, but
yeah, hang on. Let me see.
There is so much. Let me tell you how much stuff so April has.
So I've kept a little. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. So I don't know if any of you have been around since the pre-internet days, but way back in the day, I used to do a newsletter every month, and I would, hang on, I'm going to give you, hopefully I don't get in trouble. This one was from when I lived in Las Vegas. I had just started with my own website at that point, which is aprilhunter.com. And it was front, back. That's so I would mail these out to anybody who was a fan club member. And I think it was like $25 or $20 for the year. And this was called the winter issue. So I must have been doing them quarterly at this point, because they did take a lot of time and I was on tour all the time. So it has pictures. I think I can show some of them. Here's a picture of me on stage on tour.
That's cool.
And it'll catch you up with everything I've been up to. So here's a picture with me with Lisa Lips. There's me with Metrics. I was doing appearances with Metrics at the time.
Oh, cool.
So I was signed with them. This is, hang on a second. We're going to just do that. This is from a naked shoot.
Oh, that's what you're talking about, getting in trouble.
Yeah, I would send some. They would look like you get little preview pictures of everything, and just different things. So, and I would fill you in on.
That's a good choice for the bottom.
There we go. And a little comic and
Oh,
funny
look at
things.
that.
Yeah. So
That's a
it
lot
was
of
just
work.
fun. It was. I always said I'm a writer. I'm a communicator, a writer. So I always said that I used my body and my boobs to make people what I had to say or hear what I have to say. So shocker, right, you guys? Seriously. Hi, everybody coming in late. Sloss, John. I know it's a really different time zone where you are. Thank you for staying up late. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. So yeah, so I used to mail these out and I found one. So I'll read it to you a little bit. I don't know if there's anything interesting here. Let me see if I can find it. Winter issue. Hey, I missed you guys. Happy New Year. I think it'll be a good New Year. I can just feel it. Or is that a cold draft making my nipples hard again? Anyway, Chang Fu, hi. Anyway, a lot has been up with me. I'm going to tell you all about it. I got so many calls and emails about my fantasy story that I included in my last letter. I have an even hotter one this time. So if you think you can write something just as well, I'd be happy to receive it. I'm in Vegas again, working at the Olympic Garden out here while off the road, and there's plenty of stories about that too. While off the road and out from under the dumbbells or computer. So if you're out here, let me know. I would love to meet you. But I'll tell you, it's nice to be in one place for a while. I'm staying with Lisa Lips. I think she's as close a friend as a person can have. She's working over at the garden too. And we're still friends. I still run into her. She's great. And someone said, what's the date on these letters?
That's a good question.
Why is this not dated? All right, I will tell you this.
Your boobs are not dated.
Yeah, my boobs aren't dated. This has got to be in the 90s. I'm going to say maybe this is 1999. So winter issue, New Year's, I'm going to guess January 1999. Okay, I'm going to say that. Let's see. What the hell have I been up to? Well, in a nutshell, since the Exotic Dancer Expo, here goes. Well, how long ago was that? Like 25 years ago. This is 25 years ago. Okay.
That's really good.
Holy hell. This is like, how old does it have to be before you're an antique? Is it 40?
Don't even go there. I think they call it vintage of fucking 10 years.
Okay, this is vintage then. This is vintage.
There you go.
Okay.
Vintage. We'll just
all right. Let's see. What have I been up to? Here's a nutshell since the Exotic Dancer Expo. Here goes. I've been slaving over getting the site back up. I had a birthday. I toured some shitty clubs, worked out, met lots of cool people. I'm still late on some of the personal videos I owe. Shocker. I finally saw and loved Baton Rouge. I went to see Ronnie Coleman kick ass at a packed Mr. Olympia contest in New York City with Meterex. Got my hair trimmed. I mailed letters and pictures out, dieted, worked out, cheated on the diet, cursed out my web guy, went to more shitty clubs, read
that
some
hasn't
books.
changed. I'm sorry, guys.
Hit a good club in South Carolina, did the Zach Tyler show, added more to my website, worked out, saw Halloween come and go, freaked out on my web guy, felt like shit about it, went home for Thanksgiving, hugged my mom and grandmom a whole lot, saw friends, ate turkey, listened to Italiano laments about me still not being married again or yet, cheated on my diet, came out in a sort of women magazine. I guess I spelled that wrong, but that hit the newsstands. Got pissed because the photographer never paid me for it. Worked out, shot for Playboy, loved the gay makeup artist, got the new site up, loved my webmaster once again, shot for Boris Vallejo, did a couple boxing videos for L. Scott Sales, finally got my passport, renewed my license, worked out, was in Muscle Mag, Iron Man, and Perillo Press at the same time, 2 new UK magazines with weird names. One was called Over 40, and they mean boob size, not age, and Big Girls. I was in Over 40 and Big Girls. Went back on the diet, especially after that one. Gave my dogs 1,012 kisses, hit a good club, saw the Grand Canyon, had Christmas dinner at Lisa's, was on the Howard Stern show and the James Whale show at the same time on New Year's Eve, partied with Ashlyn Gear, Mimi Miyagi, Minka, and Lisa that night, got a headache, did not work out, did CES, met more cool people, and went back on the diet. In other words, same old, same old.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Um,
It's like Facebook every day. What's this today and that's today? Now all in one letter. That's really
yeah,
cool.
I know. And then it's my schedule where I'll be. So 8th through 25th, London, England. Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Lucky Lady, Evansville, Indiana. I was a burlesque dancer at this point. I was also signed with Metrics. Crazy Horse, San Francisco. So, and then there's a thing here. Top 15 signs you've had too much of the 90s. All right, ready? Some of you weren't even born for this one. All right, number 15, cleaning up the dining area means getting the fast food bags out of the backseat of your car. Number 14, your reason for not staying in touch with family is that they do not have email addresses. Number 13, keeping up with sports entails adding ESPN's homepage to your bookmarks. Number 12, you have a to-do list that includes entries for lunch and bathroom breaks, and they are usually the ones that don't get crossed off. Number 11, you have actually faxed your Christmas list to your parents. Number 10, you consider second-day air delivery painfully slow. Number 9.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a bigger picture here when we get to the end.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 9, you refer to your dining room table as the flat filing cabinet. Number 8, yeah, I still do that. Number 8, your idea of being organized is multiple color Post-it notes. Number 7, you lecture the neighborhood kids selling lemonade on ways to improve their profit margin. Number 6, you find you really need PowerPoint to explain what it is that you do for a living.
That's fantastic.
Number 5, what?
Good. No, keep going.
Number 5, you normally eat out of vending machines in the most expensive restaurant in town within the same week. Number 4, you think that progressing an action plan and calendarizing a project are acceptable English phrases. Number 3, you know the people at the airport hotels better than you know your next door neighbors. Number 2, you think Einstein would have been far more effective had he put his ideas into a matrix. And number 1, you think a half day means leaving at 5 o'clock. So what does that tell you? What is the bigger picture there?
Some things haven't changed.
No. That's when we started speeding up and going at light speed.
Yes.
It was the internet is what. Yeah, because the internet really hit hard in like 1997, I think. Like 95, 96 is when it kind of rolled out, but 97 is when it really hit. So if this is 99, 1000, or 99, 1000. If this is 1999, 2000, that's when it just went from like 0 to 60 in like 2 minutes right there.
Yes. Yeah, it was 95. But Windows 95 came out. Yeah. So internet was starting to be a thing in like 93, 94.
Yeah, it really wasn't catching on though when Windows 95 came out because no one could afford it.
Yeah, you had the discs and all kinds of weird stuff in order to get on with dial-up.
Right.
So
people couldn't afford computers.
I still use Post-it notes, but I don't use all the colored ones.
America Online.
Yeah.
There's still AOL addresses.
Yep. I don't think it's America anymore, but
yeah, I know, right? It's probably China Online.
So, do you miss some of that? Being able to, write the letters. At least you can get to them faster. But here's one thing I'm going to say: you obviously cared about your fans, that you wrote to them and you connected with them even back then before it is the way it is.
It was easier to connect because it was a lot more human. And everything was humanized. Yes. Nomad says web TV. Yeah, because people couldn't afford a computer, so they had you could do web TV instead. It was.
Remember, you rented to own computers. That's how I got my first one, a Compact.
Yes, Compact Presario.
Yep. That thing was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you also found magazines and other things, and I know at some point you'll have another maybe show and tell. Oh, oh wow.
Nomad says, I wish your old website so much. I do too. I love that website. And hi, Jameer, welcome. Let me tell you, I made a mistake when I went to back to university in 2015, 16. I handed my website over to a douchebag, and I should not have. And he just tanked it. He tanked the whole thing and just destroyed it. And by the time I got it back and gave it to somebody else, we had lost so many people. Just because.
Well, what's going on with the website now? Can you tell them?
What's happening now is that the banks all raised their fees to an astronomical price. So now just to take Visa, it's $1,000 a year. To take MasterCard's $1,000 a year. To host is, a fortune. To do the card processing is a fortune. These were not things when I started my site. Now they're squeezing people like me so hard that the site is there, the content is there, but I'm not having anybody sign up anymore. So there are links at the top that direct you over to Patreon, OnlyFans, and I'm just keeping it simple and doing it that way now, unfortunately.
So talking about that real quick, that was something that we were going to bring up tonight is a lot of people suggested other websites and stuff for you to do to host videos and things like that. But come to find out, OnlyFans does their own hosting, right? Am I saying that correctly? So
yeah, they're one of the only ones that do.
Between Patreon and OnlyFans, you said Patreon is your fan page. Am I correct on that?
Yes.
That's basically fans can write to you. They can talk to you on there. They have different levels they can be. But you cannot put video content on there, correct?
I can, but it has to be previously hosted somewhere else, like YouTube or Vimeo, which I'm banned from Vimeo. So it has to be hosted somewhere else. Vimeo did not like my bikini pictures, or my bikini videos. Yeah. So
OnlyFans is
but
OnlyFans
else. Allows me to put videos up, but they will not allow me to put up content with other girls or wrestling content because they want ID and model releases from everybody else. And Lon is asking if I looked into loyal fans or many vids. I'm working on that right now, actually. It's just taking time because I'm working on updating what I have and then trying to go back to like clips for sale and correct issues. And hi, Brian, welcome. So yes, I'm going to do a loyal fans and probably a many vids also. So it's just time consuming to start everything. So time consuming.
Now, also too, you have the clip for sales, and you're sticking with Bentbox. Is that what?
Yeah, I do have a Bentbox over there. They bentbox.co/April Hunter. That one is a pay-per-view. Yeah, we do that.
There's also too. Didn't we find out one more thing too? That loyal fans does not require all the restrictions.
Yes,
and it is not banned as a porn site in some states in America. So you do not need a VPN.
Right.
Where OnlyFans and stuff use.
No, OnlyFans is not considered.
Oh, that's right.
Oddly enough, you don't have to do the whole thing there either. I don't think so. It's not being.
I think when I did the loyal fans one, we were checking it out that day.
But the state of Florida, state of Florida is suing some of these sites. So.
Yeah, well, good luck, fuckers. So I like living here, but some of this stuff is stupid.
It's ridiculous.
You can turn on a TV and see a guy's ass and every other body part and a woman's too, but yet on Facebook your bikini stuff gets taken down, so it's just irritating.
I know.
I don't know what happened to my lighting all of a sudden. Sorry. But anyway, it fixed itself. It looks like. So anything else on your sites that you wanted to talk about while we're?
No, I'm just saying I used to have a newsletter. I switched my regular newsletter over to a newsletter anybody could subscribe to when I had a website. And I missed that too. I would send one out every week. And a couple of people sent me my old newsletters. So I was going to try and do that again for a while and maybe through my own website. Now that I could probably still do. So, and Daryl, I don't know why that's going on. He says, I cannot join your Patreon. Sadly, they keep rejecting my debit card. Have you contacted them and asked what's going on? That doesn't make sense. But if you
OnlyFans, if you can't if it doesn't get to work at
Yeah,
Patreon.
but I honestly, I usually refer people to Patreon instead of OnlyFans just because Patreon's more my thing. Like I love updating it. It's got everything there. I mean, from my writing to wrestling to, it's got all the pinup and fun fetish stuff too. But it's just got a big range of everything that I can't put on OnlyFans.
Okay,
So,
well that's good.
yeah,
Good to know.
But
yes, you're right,
I
Michael.
was just laughing. Nomad's like, I remember the email newsletters. Yeah, they were fun, right? They were kind of like the same thing I just showed, but in email form. They had the little pictures and I did the jokes and the whole thing.
So I know you're working on a lot, and I know when I've been at your house, you're spending endless amount of time, and I think your North Carolina trip was more work than anything when it came to not just working on the home, but working on all these issues you got going on with background stuff with Clips for Sale and everybody. But just know that she's working hard, and
I am.
She loves you guys.
I do.
So, if you're lurking, please sign in.
Yeah,
say hello
definitely sign in. And definitely share this. It really helps us. So,
yes.
Oh my God. Nomad says some crazy stories about jerks harassing you about what you do. Oh my God, I have so many stories. But here's a funny one. We'll keep it light on this one. So when I did Playboy, so obviously I was trying to remember the year. So reading that newsletter reminds me, it was 99 that I did Playboy. So it was a hard bodies issue. It was a newsstand special. They only did 2 newsstand special Playboy issues. So that last one they did had Diamond Dallas Page. They had Kimberly Page in there, and Diamond Dallas Page was also in there a little bit. So it became like that last and final issue of Hard Bodies became, oh, thank you, Winona, became kind of a collector's issue. It became kind of a big deal. So when I was living in Vegas, I went to a local book or magazine store, and I told them, we got paid. We didn't get paid that much. I mean, honestly, the LFP, Larry Flint Productions, paid us a whole lot better than Playboy. So I went down to the local bookstore, and they were able to get me like a case of Playboys. So I was so grateful, and they got it for me at cost. So when they ran out, I was like, oh no. So I started trying to find them again, but they had gone up so much in price. They were now at least $25 a copy. And then to even try and find them after that, they started going up to like crazy prices, like $50, $100. I'm like, oh my God. So one time I was on eBay and I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, I found a copy for $25. This is great. I'm going to order it. Mm-hmm. So, because I ran out of my own copies, I wanted to at least have something on my table. So I ordered it, click buy on eBay. I'm like, yes. It's, said it was really good condition. So I got the special. I looked it up. I go into I'm like, I have a centerfold thing through it. Mm-hmm. I open it up and I'm just like, huh. It says right on my thing, it says, "Dear Jose, lots of love, April Hunter." I literally bought my own copy back.
I think that's freaking awesome, actually.
Shit. On eBay, I bought my own copy back. Somebody sold it. So I didn't know if I was like, I was like, well, I guess it was money well spent.
Yeah. It's weirdly comical. So if you guys find one of those editions, you never know, maybe ask April to sign it or come out and see her one day and bring it with you. That was not the only
stories.
That was not the only magazine you were in. There was many others you were talking about.
There's a ton. And Cool Awesome Dude, I will check on that when I get a chance. I'm glad you guys like the Christmas cards. I love doing them. So there's like a lot of ways. I like to humanize things with everybody. Mm-hmm. We don't get to do that very much anymore, it seems like. So like doing the 4th of July countdown, the Halloween countdown, the Easter countdown, and definitely the Christmas countdown. Those are, I do those shoots basically to just put that out there for the fans, and then the Christmas cards. So
Excellent.
So Eva's there for the Christmas cards. Like those cost me a couple $100s.
Yeah, they do.
They're
Sometimes
small.
more.
Yeah, they're a fortune, and they take a long time, and it's usually the worst time of year too, because I have an Etsy store, and at the same time, that's usually the busiest I am with soaps and candles. So I'm all over the place that first, between Thanksgiving and up to it's usually about the 17th or 18th of December when you can get your last thing out, that it makes it there by Christmas. Sometimes last year was earlier. It was like the 13th. So we are slamming to try and get everything in and get the cards out and get the orders out and everything. So yeah.
Anybody that has been here when she's doing that crazy Christmas stuff, you just stay out of her way. She's like,
yeah. And then there's always a Christmas party in there too.
Yes.
So we're trying to get
all the other stuff that goes with Christmas.
Because that's my thing for my friends. I'm going to give back to my friends too. I'm doing this big Yule party where, feed them and have fun. And yeah, so it's tough, but
it's fun.
It's also fun. And every year I say, I'm not doing this again. Fuck this. I'm not doing this again. Every year I do it again. So, yep.
And now we've been doing combined parties. So I think it grew at your house, but
yeah, I know.
So talking about Playboy, if you don't mind me going back that way, you had mentioned when we were talking that your first photo shoot ever was with Hustler.
Yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, those are my old boobs. Those are my originals. I was trying to remember how old I was. I think I was like, we were just talking about this today. I think I have to try and find that issue, but I think I was like 21.
This is all before your wrestling days.
Oh yeah. It was even before doing burlesque too. So that's what kind of kicked off doing burlesque. But yeah, I think I was 20, maybe 22. So yeah, I was a wee little baby.
And that was that Larry Flint Productions owned them too, right?
Yeah, Larry Flint Productions, and they ended up. They flew me out to California. I was paid, let's say like $1,500. I was paid between $1,500 and $2,000. So normal model pay at that point, it was a lot of money back then. Normal model pay back then was like $0 to $250. And they could use those pictures forever and ever and ever. And believe me, some of them have. They would show up after you did your shoot, if you signed a general model release, they would show up in, like, remember those 1-900 phone sex ads? I'm really dating myself right now. But they would keep showing up over and over and over again. And then the internet came. So then they started putting everything on pay sites. So yeah, so all for $250. Or they would do the $250, or you get promo. Promo is when they give you a couple of headshots. So yeah. But
there was a lot of other magazines too, and I see what Daryl wrote in there too about that Playboy was classy.
Oh, Daryl, nobody gives a shit about classy when they're trying to jerk off. Give me a break.
We're talking about like Playgirl and stuff. We used to actually read the articles in Playgirl. You can't tell me you didn't actually.
You can read the articles in Penthouse and Hustler too. They actually had some pretty good articles. I think Bob Guccione he had a lot of good stuff in there.
There was a lot of good interviews and things that you will never see nowadays.
Love you, Daryl. No, you're right. Playboy was acceptable, but Hustler ended up treating me, the Larry Flint production group ended up treating me very, very well. And I ended up doing a slew of their stuff. They had like 792 different magazines under their umbrella, everything from like Busty Beauties and Barely Legal and Rage and, like all these, different obscure, weird, awesome magazines. And they paid for all of them. So, once I kind of once I got in, I was in. So I was like, everything I could slot into, like Busty Beauties, Barely Legal, So that magazine probably doesn't exist now, but yeah.
That's that's what the fans are for. Okay, fans, get on a hunt. See what you can find.
No, please don't find us. Leg action. So,
Uh,
yeah.
so were you using April in those magazines as you were April? Like I didn't know if
Oh
you
yeah,
did
yeah.
you
No,
go
no,
by a
no,
different name? I don't even
no,
know.
no. I just used April. I did the brand thing early and just kept it going.
That's
No, I
good.
didn't do Penthouse until I got out of wrestling. I
Really?
was yeah, it was weird. I was doing the kind of got out of wrestling. So I was out of Burlesque already, and I did the I went up. I was working in Canada a lot and staying up there a lot too. I was between like the two countries as far as living. I was living in both countries. So I was working in Toronto and I was doing the Carmen Electra Naked NWWL, a Naked Women's Wrestling League. Um, and they had amazing PR. Like they got everything out. And that's when I did Maxim magazine and Penthouse magazine and a bunch of other, all kinds of stuff there. So they really got everything out and about. Or out and about,
Boots and a boot.
they got everything out and about. Yeah. So Ron
So would
Hutchinson
you
was the trainer up
consider
there.
if you run across some of those magazines in your tucked away pile of stuff, would you consider putting them on eBay and selling signed copies or?
It depends. If I have more than one, yes. If I have only one, because I usually keep one for myself, no.
Of
Because
course,
one day my butt's gonna fall off and my boobs will be holding up
I
my
don't think
kneecaps,
so.
and I'll look back
No.
and be like,
No.
here's what happens, right? This is funny. Yes, there was a movie about Larry Flynn. It was called The People versus
Yes.
Larry Flynn, and Woody
Mhm.
Harrelson played Larry Flynn. It was very good. It was based on a true story because he did get shot and paralyzed because
Innovation
of his
for more.
articles, the things that he said. Guccione too. I think he was a target as well. Yep, there you go. What was I going with that? Oh, okay. So this is a testament to self-esteem, I guess, when we're younger. Yeah, they always say youth is wasted on the young, and I do believe that is correct. I remember I'll look at a picture and it'll bring back a memory and it'll bring back a feeling. I remember looking at a picture.
Look behind you.
Yeah,
You got a big ball of me around there.
I know. He's my buddy. We're connected at the hip. I remember looking at certain pictures and feeling like I looked disgusting. just, I was not in shape. I should never have been in a bikini that day. I felt disgusting. I almost canceled the shoot, or I did part of the shoot and then walked off and canceled the rest, saying I just don't feel good or whatever. And then I saw the pictures afterwards. I was fucking perfect. My body was fucking perfect. You didn't get any tighter than what I was. Like I was perfect. What was going on here?
I'm pretty sure that's fairly normal, isn't it?
I guess so, but Jesus.
Well, is
You know
it
what I
also
mean?
too, do they ingrain that in you? They say that's really hard thing to be in. Yeah.
It is. It really is. They want to make sure you know that you're never good enough. You're never blonde enough. You're never young enough. You're never ethnic enough. You're too tall. You're never short enough. If you're short, you're never tall enough. If you're thin, you're never curvy enough. If you're curvy, you're not thin enough. If you're muscular, you're not soft enough. If you're soft, you're not muscular enough. No matter what it is, you are not enough. So
you made it.
Did
You
I?
made it. Yeah. Well, that's something we were talking about too. It is that not many people have survived all the years of doing the shoots and the magazines and the wrestling and all the things that you've done. You should pat yourself on the back.
Oh yeah, everybody's gone. I don't think there's anybody around still. Is there? I mean, you guys would know. Is anybody still around from my era? I think they're all gone. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad.
Or
thank you, Daryl. Yeah. I don't think it's as perfect. I'm older now. I'm like, this was like 30 years ago, So I mean, when I started at like 9 years old,
well, there wasn't internet then, right? Yeah. Hey, there was a question up here that Nomad had. And I know we actually talked about this with Carmen Electra. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Nomad says on Carmen Electra, didn't you and the late Melissa Coates have a wrestling match? We did. Yeah, there's a story behind that too. Melissa was a fantastic person, a fantastic human being, and I always liked her, the person. In the ring, she was rough to work with and not always well trained. And what happened that night or the day before is we were doing a run through, and I don't know if you've seen the it was being filmed, the women, was it the most daring,
Yes,
do you know what I'm talking about,
yeah.
on that cable show, is America's Most Wild Women Most Daring. They actually caught it because they were filming the run through. So she went to do a hip toss when we had a whole entire match, and she ended up like elbowing me in the face or kneeing me in the face. I can't remember what it was. All I know is that I got smashed in the nose, and I hit the mat so hard. I was stunned, and I was like, fuck. And then the blood just poured out. And all I was thinking about is they told us, they specifically said, I swear to God, they cursed us. They said, don't mess up the mat. Because it was like this nice pink, clean mat. They're like, don't mess up the mat. And here I am just gushing blood everywhere, all over the place. And it would not stop. So, and she looks at me, she's stunned. She's like frozen like a deer in the headlights. She's like, and let me tell you, as many times I've been on both ends of being hurt and hurting somebody. And it is always way worse to be the one who hurts somebody. I mean, it is so much worse because it feels terrible. I mean, it feels terrible to know you've hurt somebody. I remember dropping a girl in Japan, baby A, actually. I was exhausted. I was so tired from jet lag. And I underestimated, like, the Japanese girls they have a lot to them. They are heavy. And she came off the top rope, threw herself at me, and I was like, whoa. And I just basically, I dropped her. And
gosh.
Oh yeah. And I felt so bad, So when you're on the, kneeing, elbow, dropping side, it is way worse than actually taking that hit. But yeah, I'm on the mat. I'm bleeding. I'm like, fuck. Antisocial runs, and yes, that's it. Wild Women of Wrestling YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube might have it. I know YouTube like tried to take it down.
Yeah, YouTube still has it. They're still showing it. But...
Oh, are they? Okay. So Antisocial ran and got me tampons, because I told her, I'm like, go get me tampons, and she's like, okay. So she got me tampons, shoved them up my nose. That helped. Ron Hutchinson called. Now this is funny, because I had a broken nose. I've broken my nose 4 times now. So that was my last time, thank goodness. So now I've had the experience of breaking my nose in America, in Boston, in the ring at Killer Kowalski's, and then in Toronto at the ring up there with Ron Hutchinson. So Ron called around to see which would have the easiest wait time. This is on a Friday night in Toronto, Canadian Healthcare. And at that point, they were doing the whole propaganda, like, your dog gets seen faster than you will. You'll die before you're seen. Right? So he drives me to the emergency room. We waited approximately 12 minutes. I was seen. They straightened it. They cauterized it because it wouldn't stop bleeding. They packed it. And then I mentioned that my ankle hurt too. I'd been in Mexico the week before. So I thought maybe my ankle was, I don't know if I broke a bone or sprained it. They're like, well, while you're here, why don't we x-ray your ankle and make sure that's okay too. So they sent me to x-ray, and they x-rayed that. And then I walked out with no bill.
Wow.
I was in and out in an hour. I was like, I remember in Boston sitting there for 6 hours in the waiting room. They kept refreshing this kidney-shaped dish while I'm bleeding through my nose and my mouth profusely, because John Walters basically sat on my face. I did a didn't even buy me a drink, okay? So I did a top rope sunset flip. It was like the first time I tried it. And he stumbled back and then went down. And instead of sitting, like, pinning me the right way, he sat on my face and smashed my nose.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
ouch.
yeah. All his weight, he's like 190 pounds on my nose, and on my teeth, at least in my teeth. So yeah, sitting there in Boston, Kenmore Square, they're just bleeding, spitting, like 6 hours till finally I was like, they wouldn't see me. And I didn't have insurance at the time. You could, like, getting insurance as a pro wrestler was practically impossible. So I ended up just calling a cab and going home. I was like, fuck this. After a while, it just stopped bleeding on its own. So.
And you survived. And as they say, did you die?
But did you die? But did you die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what? You're one tough shit. I'm just going to say that.
Oh my God. If you can make it through wrestling, you can get through freaking anything in the world. I'm not kidding you. It beats you up in every possible way. Mentally, physically, mentally, physically, mentally, politically. Yeah.
So there were some haters out there of you when it came to wait, because you were tall at the time and you were built. What were people saying about you back then?
Oh, that I was a tranny.
Yeah,
that was the word. I'm not being derogatory. That was the word. It was April used to be a man. April is a tranny. So, matter of fact, Sean of Declaration of Independence was one of the ones spreading it around. So,
oh my God.
Yeah.
So what did you do about that? Did you
I don't know. It would have benefited me now. At least maybe now I wouldn't be a target with my bikini pictures and the things I say, because I'd be like, hey, as a trans woman, I feel targeted. And they'd be like, oh, okay, we can't target her.
Now, would you have been able to hide it if you had a dick? My God.
I assume, okay, at my height, because I've shrunk since then because of my spinal compressions, but at my height as a female of 5'9", and my weight, which was like 165 pounds, if I was a dude, I'm going to assume that my dude size would be much bigger, and I'm going to assume that my dick size would be massive. I'd be like, boom!
And so would you have actually had it removed then?
No, if I had a penis, I would keep that. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. I'm going to pee outside whenever I want. I'm not waiting in line. I'm not standing 6 deep waiting to pee. And I'm going to have an orgasm every time I have sex. Not just sometimes, or not just like after you know somebody for a while. I'm having sex. I'm having orgasm every time I have sex. Okay. And I'm also not worried about that glass ceiling. I'm not just getting the women's championship. I'm getting the whole thing. I'm not topping out at $125,000 a year like the women were back then. I'm getting the whole thing. I'm getting the $500,000, then going up to the $1 million. Fuck The Rock. Fuck Triple H. So if I had a dick, I would have kept it.
Oh, I love it. Also, too. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, why would anybody get rid of it? Matter of fact, I've had a couple friends that were trans, and they're like, they want to be women. I'm like, why? I'm like, as a dude, if you have to be somewhere at 10:30, you'll sleep until 10:10. You get all the sleep. Why do you want to be a dude? Like, why do you want to be a woman? If you have to be somewhere at 10:30 as a woman, you have to get up at 8:15. Why would you do that? You're perpetually sleep deprived. Like, don't do that.
Hey, Winona's got a point.
Right, I know. I do that now. I'm just, I do. Like, I go into the men's rooms all the time. Like, she won't. If we're on the road,
I do sometimes, but
yeah, she won't. I'll go in the men's room because I'm like, oh, there's nobody waiting here. I go, and when I come out, like they look at me, I'm like, say it.
They won't say.
I don't care.
Yeah. Here's the other. Didn't you say something too? Okay, so back then, if you had it removed,
Winona, can you write your name in the snow?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, that lady.
I can't either. I can do XO. Hugs and kisses.
There you go.
XO.
Oh no, people are going to be waiting on a picture of that now.
Bill Philly says that having a penis and peeing outside isn't what it's cracked up to be.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
It is.
I don't believe you. Yeah. But you haven't been on this side.
Right.
So, maybe you have.
Wouldn't it be? I know. Don't assume.
I'm kidding. No. I don't want to. Sorry.
Wouldn't it be cool if everybody could switch for like one day, maybe like a week? If everybody could switch, wouldn't that be wild?
That would be. A lot of people would be going back and forth all the time.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, just
good for you, Winona.
Yeah,
hope
I know, right?
yeah, I want to hear all about it. I want to see it, but I want to hear about it.
Yeah, right.
So, but there's so much better. Okay, like you said, back then, or even now, they still can't get it right if you have a sex change. They can't change the body parts.
That's
properly.
it. I mean, like, it was funny when people said that because, like, even now they struggle to get things right. And here we are, what, 25 years later, 20 years later, whatever it was that were people saying it. So I was modeling nude at the time. People were full on naked, you know, I'm in magazines. They're calling me a tranny. It's like, okay, if you say so. And then I'm thinking to myself, that's a pretty realistic JJ, if I do say so myself. You know, and here we are X amount of decades later, and they're still not getting it right. So they're still having a hard time kind of nailing it. So I don't know.
Speaking of JJ's, one of the things that April thinks she might have back in her
not a
dick.
No, not a
sadly. Dick, but some old nudes that you believe you might have packed away.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to do with these. So I've got so when I was a burlesque dancer, we were on tour. And we had to buy, so we would dance. We would do our shows. It was like 3 or 4 song shows. And we would go over and then sign autographs and take pictures. So a lot of people would buy the nude pictures. So we had to buy our nudes in lots of 500 or 1,000. Like black and white was 500, color was 1,000. And hi, everybody joining us late. We appreciate you.
Yes.
So now I am stuck. I know, having bought, they would come in a case. It was like this big, naked pictures, all the same shot. So now I'm stuck with, you know, probably 850 or, you know, 750 copies. Well, probably not that much, but probably 500 copies of nudes that I have shoved into a big giant trunk. I don't know what to do with them. So I can't, it's not like I could sell them at wrestling shows or, you know, put them on eBay or anything because everybody's so, you know, anal about nudity now. So we can't do anything with this stuff. So what's your idea?
So what if once you go through the trunk and see what you have, and let's say there's 3 or 4 different poses that you have a decent amount of, what do you guys think that if she put that together and did like a birthday suit grab bag or something and signed them and she auctioned them off on eBay as the packet of 3 or 4, whatever it is, like old school, put it in a paper bag, sign off on it, and be a birthday suit
suit grab.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that?
I like that. What do you guys think? I don't know. Nomad is saying, why don't you put them on your website like you used to? Because I'm not running the site anymore. I have refused.
Can sell on eBay and OnlyFans though, right?
Yeah. I don't know if those can.
Yeah, they should be able to go on eBay.
You know, I really need somebody to show me how to fully maximize OnlyFans and Patreon because I don't know how to do that correctly. I'm running the basics there, but yeah, I could use some help. So thank you.
So what do you guys think about that? All right, so people are liking the idea.
Yeah, it's just been buried for years. I mean, years. So
maybe sometime soon we'll have to dig that and see let you
happy,
look through your
happy naked packages together.
Yeah. Now you can buy them for yourself for Christmas gifts, you fans out there. And
or buy them for your neighbor. Get them in trouble. Yeah, but I'm not going to put them on my site because I'm not running it anymore because I'm not willing to pay the bank fees. The banks across the board doubled their fees. Like it was during the worst time ever. So it was at the same time when they started going after all the small payment things. Like they did the new IRS thing. Like if you make more than $600 on an app, they report you. That was the same time as the bank started, they went from $500 to take a Visa or MasterCard for a questionable business to $1,000. So I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, how about it when you get those things together, like you were getting your wrestling gear and stuff together, you've been selling some things. Let the people know, hey, you can go here and buy this.
I need to,
whether it's
because I do.
Like that.
That's what I need to do. I've got so much stuff that's literally collector stuff that, from magazines. Wolf. I know. Sorry, Wolf. You talk for 1 second. The cat is like climbing the walls to get in. I
was wondering what's going on. Yeah, it's about.
I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Okay. All right, go ahead. So Marvelous. I will explain real quick. And thank you. I'm glad you're here, by the way. So we were talking about she may have some old stock from back when she was doing burlesque of naked pictures. So she is, talking about like what to do with them. Could put together maybe a. Yes. I'm sure they like that. Like a grab bag and sell it online, like a birthday suit grab bag or something. So Marvelous, if you have any ideas, please add them. Just seeing if what everybody thought about her doing something like that, maybe selling it on eBay or whatnot to you guys. So, and what else she may find when she goes digging in this trunk. Oh my God. So, or other things, or wrestling magazines. There's so many things, and maybe on those magazines you can do a show and tell at some point.
Could, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe do one of those things where you're like, hey,
yeah,
check it out. So, what other stories were we talking about this weekend?
Let's see. You were talking. Yeah, I have all kinds of little notes here. The nudes. Okay.
Yes, Nomad says if I showed up to your show, could I request certain pictures and have purchase them directly from you? Yes, as a matter of fact, I used to put that out all the time. If you're coming to a Comic-Con or a horror convention, or I'm going to be somewhere live, and you want me to bring something, definitely get in touch with me ahead of time, and I will bring it for you. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What?
You were asking like what else we were talking about. One of the other things was in reference to all this on how you got started and how your parents didn't want you to do anything like you're doing. They wanted you to have an 8 to 4, 9 to 5 job in a uniform. Why don't you tell them about that?
No, I came from a very typical family where they couldn't wrap their head around being self-employed. They definitely didn't want me to do any of this. Well, they were really unhappy with wrestling. And my mom had been in college. She went to art school. So she understood nude modeling because she had been a nude model for a while for art school. So, but when I ventured into wrestling, she was just like, no, you're going to get hurt. Every time I headed to Mexico, with all the stuff on the news, like I was one of the only people working the border cities too. So she was just like, oh, you're going to die. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm the least kidnapped person ever. So because none of the girls would not work the border towns. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go. I don't care. So, I'm working Brownsville or any of them, I'll work it. I don't care. Gosh, Brownsville. I like it. I like it. I like Mexico. I love the Mexicans. I love being there. I have a good time. I love the culture. So I have a great time there. So I'm like, I'll go. The food is great. Go into La Farmacia and get some good stuff. La 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 la.
You wouldn't have had as much fun in life if you didn't do what you were doing.
The people are fun. The music's great. I love it.
Oh wow! I came in.
Cervezas, por favor. So yeah. So
would you still be a waitress?
Be nice to your Mexicans, hey. We love them. Yeah, but she would lose her shit. She was really unhappy with that. So yeah, they really. I mean, it's normal, right? You want your kid to have stability, and they just could not see how that would work. So they wanted me to be in a uniform, working 8 to 4. With a college degree. So they were very indoctrinated.
Well, so being like a stewardess on an airline or something?
That's what my stepmom was. Yeah. So you know what happened that really kind of reiterated to me that I had made the right choice during all this time period? Enron. Does anybody remember Enron? Okay. Many years ago, people, particularly men, would have the same job from like birth to death. Like my grandfather worked for the same company from like a young man to an old man. Like he retired with, I mean, it was just the way it was. All of a sudden, Enron fucked everyone. Like, they literally fucked everybody. I remember the women, Playboy. Playboy didn't issue the women of Enron because everybody was so broke. They lost everything. They lost their 401ks. They lost all their retirement. Yes. It would be like BlackRock going under. So something went wrong. So Allie says Enron was the 4th largest company in the world when they went completely under out of the blue. How did that happen? Oh, we probably know how that happened, but so when that happened, I said to my mom and grandma, I was like, do you see? I said, you can have the most secure job in the world. Like all these people, I mean, like it fucked up the economy, fucked up all these people. I said, and that could happen. They had all their eggs in one basket. And that basket was like, here, let's take this basket and go and dump it. I said, so if you work for yourself and you do a multitude of things and you learn a bunch of different skills and you have a toe in all these different oceans, if something dries up over here, you can do something here. If something slows down here, you can do something here. I said, there's more job security in being self-employed and doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, than there is just doing this. So they kind of laid off after that a little bit.
Well, I'm sure everybody here is glad you did what you did and the path you went.
Yeah.
I
was just saying that Playboy did an issue on the Enron girls, and I kind of felt bad for them. Not that, I mean, obviously I love Playboy. It's a great deal. What they did not pay me, I made up for in a lot of life opportunities thanks to Playboy. I mean, they paid me. They just didn't pay me as well as some of the other things paid me. But to have to do it because you lost your career in that way, instead of electing to do it, like, hey, I'm hot, I want to do it. Will you take me? So,
well, didn't Playboy? You were saying that second issue, or excuse me, that Hard Bodies issue, helped propel you into wrestling.
It did, yeah. It 100% put me in wrestling.
So, and how'd that happen?
Being in there with Kimberly Page and DDP. Terry Taylor saw it, and a few other people saw it, and there was a bunch of us who were recruited from various places, and I was recruited from that issue.
That's cool. Chowny man. Yeah, they didn't come up, buddy.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I will. You know what? You're so good to me. I will absolutely believe it and trust you. So
I'll say you got some making up to do there.
Thank you.
She has one of her shirts on.
Yeah, you've got good credit with me.
Yeah.
Do you like my Muppet shirt? Animal.
That's Dr. Teeth. Oh, that's funny. What do you have anything to add to everything we were just talking about?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the comments. Alex asking what year that went under. That's a good question. Was that 90s? Or
Sure.
I think it was mid to late 90s or early 2000s? I don't know. Would you guys know?
I'll look that up real quick. There's another question in here that Daryl has, which is a solid question.
Okay, so how did my parents feel about me posing nude? They weren't upset about it, oddly enough, but my parents were very European, I guess would be the best. They had the mentality of Europeans, I guess. They thought nudity was natural. And like I said, my mom was an artist. So they weren't particularly hung up on it. What they didn't want was for me to be unsafe. That was their biggest issue. If that makes sense.
It would make sense, I imagine.
Yeah.
I remember
my dad.
They were very proud.
Well, I don't know if they were proud. But they didn't have an issue with it. So I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't be like, hey, here's my daughter. Look at her here. Oh, hang on. Let me close that leg. So no, I don't think it was that. But they weren't horrified either. So, but I think I remember my dad taking me aside and giving me advice, and he said, listen, treat this like a football career. He said, you need to be aware that you can only do this for a certain amount of time. Ha, Dad. So, sorry, that just came out. He goes, you need to be aware that you can only do this for a certain amount of years. He goes, you probably got 3 to 5 years. He goes, so get in there, make the money, do not spend it. He said, put it away, be smart about it, invest it. So he said, be careful, be smart, and don't be stupid. Don't be stupid about it, basically, and just treat it like it's going to end soon. I was like, okay.
Well, you broke a lot of barriers, and guess what? You're still a model. So that's awesome. But wait, that leads into something we were talking about the other day, the American dream of owning the house.
Yeah.
You didn't do that.
I did not.
Right. So talk about that.
Okay. So I didn't do it because I couldn't figure out where I even wanted to live full time. Like there was good and bad about everything. Like I loved Louisville, Kentucky, and I also hated Louisville, Kentucky. So I loved Philadelphia and I hated Philadelphia. I loved New England and I hated New England. So I couldn't find anything where I loved it more than I hated it. It was always like 50-50. Like, this is really great. This is really not great. So I just couldn't see committing to a house in any area. Thank God that happened. I loved Germany, but I hated Germany. Like so many rules in your house. Your car on the road couldn't be this, and you have to pay to go to the bathroom in public. Like, loved France, hated France. So everywhere I went, I was like, do I stay here? Do I not stay here? Because I was looking outside the United States too. 2002, Nomad says that was the Playboy Women of Enron. So it must have collapsed about 2001, right?
Yeah, 2001. Somebody put that in there, and I saw that too. So
really, that started the whole downfall of everything. I think with a lot of stuff. And
did you know we had to pay to pee in public here?
No, I did not.
As a kid down here, I remember putting 10 cents in all the public bathroom stalls, and people would hold the stall for the next person for the dime, kind of like they do with the Aldi shopping carts.
Yes.
So, yes.
Oh. And Alex says Enron died the same year as WCW and ECW. Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is really. Huh.
So, how many people here in the chat did the American dream? Got married in their 20s, had popped out the kids, bought a house.
Well, wait. Here's my point to all this. If you're young or rewatching this, and hello to everybody rewatching. The American dream is not what you think it is. If I'd had a house back then, I would never have had a career. There's no way I could have gone on the road and done as many things as I did and been as successful as I was and spent as much time, overseas in Japan and done this and done that and go to London and go here and go there with a house. Because now that I have a house in my later years, there's something always fucking going wrong, and it's expensive. My asshole tightens up when I have to travel because I usually have to find some kind of a house sitter because I have a million plants. I've got pets. I've got a pool that is temperamental and I don't have a pool because I'm rich. I have a pool because I live in Florida, and houses come with pools here. People are like, oh, you must have money because you have a pool. I'm like, no. If I knew that having a pool would be such a money suck, I would never have done it. But I did not know that. And I thought, oh, look, the pool, the house has a pool. The pools come with the house. This is so cool. I never had one.
I love your pool.
I know. I would love to have one. And then I realized why the people before me are like, we're getting out of here and we're going to a townhome where we can live easy, because I'm forever pouring chlorine into this pool. Like every day I'm like, oh, look, more chlorine. Oh, here goes $10. There's $10 more. Oh, look, $10. Oh, look at that. Oh, today's $20. Oh, that's really kind of green. So it's It's raining a
And
lot.
I can attest to that.
$25 every freaking other day. I am dumping just dollars into that pool. I'm dumping green to keep it from being green. So yeah, I did not know
don't forget
that
all the other testing it and everything else that goes along with it.
So anyway, yes, I would not have had a career if I had a house. So I see people all the time complain like rent's so high, I'm never going to have a house. The American dream is unaffordable. I can't do it. Do you know what? You're not supposed to do it. Here's what you are supposed to do as a Gen Z. You are supposed to do what the rest of us did, and that is get a fucking roommate or two and split something. So if you were looking at $2,000 with 3 people, that is about the same rent we all paid too. I remember having a $500 rent when I was that age.
I remember sweating that out too.
Yeah, and then it was $750, and then it was $800, and we all paid it. So it's expensive, yes, for kids today, but it's no less expensive than when we all got out and had to do it ourselves too. So
also too, this allows you to save if you do want to buy a house at some point, or a condo or something else.
Well, that part's hard. That part's hard. When the rent is so high, it's hard to save. I don't know about that.
I know. Yeah, having a good pool guy, Lori, you're just the bomb. It's a good thing you can afford that.
Yeah, you can afford a pool person. Where I live, a pool person is $130 to $150 a month. No, I'll do it myself.
That doesn't include all the chemicals.
And that doesn't include, exactly. That's just them.
Oh,
so.
Good one, Daryl. That's why it's called the American Dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Yep.
Right there. Yes. Awesome.
But that said, we are happy that you can afford that, Lori. We love that for you.
Yes, we love your pool. She has a saltwater pool. She converted.
I know.
So I got to use Lori.
So don't think you're getting out talking about your dating.
What? I was trying.
I know. It's not going to happen.
So yeah, dating apps suck ass. Yeah. So there's no real way to date anymore. Really, there is. You either have to go out in the bars, you got to do those things, and where I live, that's kind of a sketchy situation. So not for the people I want to be. Let me put it that way. So dating apps, I got back on there a couple weeks ago and said, hey, let's see what's out there right now in the dating pool, because there's been yes, Lori, we'll talk later. So I don't see as many bots right now and stuff that I was before.
Okay.
But people don't put the work in. Like, and we were talking about this, like, if you're going to get on a dating app, you need to put some pictures, or just not one picture, answer a few questions, and no information. Put something about yourself, tidbits, whatever it is, something. I'm on a couple different apps. I'm trying 4 apps out right now just to see what's going on. Okay. All right, Scar. If you can't behave, you're out of here again.
Already talking about.
All right, there you go. Okay. So anyway, the dating part, people do not, I want to say execute to go on a date. They want to sit there and either chat online, text. They don't want to talk on the phone. They don't want to go meet. They fall off after a few days. I don't know what else is out there except for it's a full-time job keeping up with it, to talk to people, to see where it goes. And one of the things, as a woman's point of view, I'm going to say, is for the dudes out there, you need to communicate. You need to learn how to talk. A one-word answer is going to get you nowhere. One-word answer is not going to get you a date. So I'm going to move right on.
Okay, so
yes,
how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So
right,
if you don't fill out your dating app, if you don't take the time to fill out your profile, I'm going to assume that you don't cook very well. You don't use seasonings. You probably don't match your clothing. Right. And you also don't clean your car. Because if you don't spend time doing the little things that matter, the details, on one thing where you're trying to impress somebody, then you're probably not spending time on the details trying to impress people on everything. So if somebody doesn't,
Right.
when I was doing the dating apps, if somebody didn't fill out their dating profiles, I would just swipe past them. I didn't care
Oh,
what
I
the
do
fuck
that
they
too.
looked like.
I don't care if they even reach out and say hello. I won't even talk to them.
Yeah.
And I'm not being snooty about that. It's just the fact that if you don't take the time
Yeah.
to, because even if you meet somebody in person, you're going to try and take the time to talk and communicate and talk about yourself a little bit. Well, why can't you do that on dating app? Why can't you just put that out there on that?
Well,
It's basically a piece of paper. So yes, of course, I want to meet people in person, but the way life is demanding nowadays, and I work the cookie cutter job, you want to plan ahead and go out and meet somebody. So if you're talking to somebody today, you talk on the phone in a couple days, and then you should meet them in a couple days. So let's say 3 or 4 or 5 days, right?
mm-hmm.
So within that week, you're trying to weed through all the people. Somebody might, what's that?
Winona met somebody in person
Oh,
from
nice.
online apps. Yes.
Oh gosh, how'd it go, Winona? That's fantastic.
Yes.
So
It
yes,
does happen. Okay, so
yes, it does.
so I will say this, okay? Everybody hates the apps for the most part. Although
Right.
they are really
There
good
are
for
good
people.
people out there, though. There is.
Yeah, they are good for people who are introverted. Not everybody wants to go out and meet somebody in person. Um I mean obviously we do, but we don't. It's sometimes certain people are better on an app than they are in person. So they get a chance to let their personality shine through an app. So whether that is somebody who's introverted, somebody who has things to say, somebody who is not as good looking, but has a lot to offer, you can
Right.
snag them with your humor and your, whatever. So some
Mhm.
people really shine on the apps. I will say that.
Yes.
But if everybody's on the apps and everybody hates the apps, but they're all on them because that's really the only way these days, it's inevitable. You're going to meet somebody on the apps. And every day, more people are on these apps that weren't on there yesterday. And tomorrow, somebody else will be on there. And the day after that, somebody new will be on there. It's just,
Mhm.
you just do it. So somebody, I think it was Allie, said, I hate just swiping. It makes me depressed. So what I would do, I'm with you. It made me feel like an Amazon shopper, right? Like you're like,
Yeah, it
no,
is.
no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah.
I would limit myself to like 5 or 6 profiles. Like I would keep a number. You find a number that is acceptable to you that's still kind of human. I would limit myself to 5 or 6 and then get off for the day. So
Mhm.
if you're not in some kind of rush to meet people, just limit yourself to a couple and then move on.
I do that as well. Or I'll get on each one and I'll spend a few minutes looking, and I limit myself with that. And I'll send some hellos, send some highs. If I get responses, great. If not, I move on and I just boop. And people tend to and to weed out the bots and the scammers
Yeah.
is tough. So use your gut instinct. If you think something's off, just move on. Also too, there's a lot of haters, and we were talking about this the other day. There are some fucked up people and have some they're on there just to upset you and piss you off.
They're so mean and nasty. And Marvelous is saying, do you know that Facebook has a dating app? Yes, we
Yes,
do.
I am on there.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
actually,
And
well,
it's
I get
actually, yeah,
more
it's kind of cool because
response and date from Facebook than other ones.
yeah, I never had luck on it really because it was sending me people from like Georgia and stuff. But at least with Facebook, you know that they're probably real. And if you have friends in common, you can go to your friend and be like, hey, what's this dude like? And they'll be like, oh, he's
Done
actually
that.
a nice guy. Yeah.
Done
So
that.
you have that. But and Alex said dating apps are mostly for guys, right? Nope.
No.
Men and women equally. But
Yeah.
Eva has run into people. She thinks that she's the only one, and unfortunately she's not. I've dealt with it too. So they will be nasty to her.
All
Go
right.
ahead, tell some of the things that they said to you.
Okay, so a couple of short stories. One is if you're on the dating apps, and somebody even said that it is for hookups. That's not true. But there is people that they feel that that's the assumption, and they reach out. Oh, you want to hook up? Tell you want to do this? I'm like, no, I'm not interested. So if those people go away, but there's the some that I banned somebody within, I don't know, it wasn't even a couple hours. I'm not tiny. I'm not small. I'm not, I'm average. Let's say, I'm just going to say I'm average. I'm plump, overweight, fat, whatever. That they'll even, this guy was ridiculous last week in saying, well, you're fat. Nobody wants to be with you. And I'm going to do this, this, and this to you. Let's meet tonight. And I'm like, really? And I said, I'm not interested. Go away. He didn't go away. He kept on and on and on. And of course, he knew when you open the app, a lot of them, unless you set the settings, that's the other thing, is they know you looked at their response. And he just was nonstop. And this, you get a lot of that. You're fake, you're fat, you're ugly, or, just move on. And yeah, because there's creepy people all over the place. So don't let that get you down, though, because I laugh at that. It doesn't get to me. It's not personal. It's these people that are the creepy jerks that are on there, male or female. I'm sure it happens to guys, too. Right.
Oh,
what the fuck? But it's true. It's out there. I tried to show her the other day about this guy, but I blocked him so good and I sent up a thing because I'm okay with it. I didn't take it personally, but I didn't want somebody like that preying on somebody else and something bad happening. So report those people, that you do find on there. And I've reported accounts that I found out were fake, things like that. Just because, hopefully something will change here or there, but just be mindful of it. I mean, there's a lot of jerks out there.
Oh yeah. And I mean,
and it will wear you down. Yeah.
I mean, for someone to get on and go after someone and just be abusive just because that person is looking for a response. And that's why I said, don't even respond to those people, because even if they can see that you've opened the message, just ignoring them doesn't give them the satisfaction in you flipping out, because then they're like, ha, I have hurt her. I called her fat. She's upset now. Because there's people out there that really, really get off on you getting, hurting other people. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, that's out there. And I got it too when I was on there. They'd be like, "Oh, you're probably not real," or how fake are your tits, or you're probably a big fat whore, or whatever they would say.
There's all the above.
Yeah, they would say all these things. So I would just I would just ignore it. Like, I only have so much time. I don't have the energy to deal with you, and I don't think you're going to have too much luck on these dating sites. So, hey.
Yep. And Jason, I just want to throw this out here. I do only the free stuff. I don't pay anymore for those sites. And I make sure I put it on there, that I can't see your likes, message me, because I have the free. And a lot of people are doing that now. They're putting on, I have the free version. If you want to talk to me, message me. Don't just like. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to pay for that abuse. Honestly, is what it comes down to. But it is like a full-time job going through that. So I don't know. I got a couple people maybe for dates this week, Thursday night and Friday. We'll see if it comes through. One of them actually kind of dropped off, so I'm guessing that's probably not going to be one. But I'll let you guys know next week. How about that?
Marvelous says more cushion for the pushing.
Yeah, right. Thanks. So I've lost 70 pounds, and bitches, I got more to go. Granted, but, if they don't like me for who they are, yes, I report. And but I'm there to meet people, and yes, I do get out. I do try to meet people in person as well, but it's tough all the way around. And I'll do this for a month. If I don't meet anybody, I'll turn them all off and pause them for a month or two, gather myself back together, and do it again.
Yeah, I would go in things where I would be on there and I'd be like, this is ridiculous, I hate it, and I would get off. And Nomad said, speaking of report people, do you know that someone's using your name and picture on Facebook? If you're talking about April K, is that the account? That's actually mine. I had to use it for school, so that's for like school, close friends, family. So if that's the one you're talking about, that's me. Yeah. So if it's something,
don't report her.
Yeah, don't report that. If it's somebody else, definitely let me know. Okay. But, yeah.
So what was that? What was I saying? Couples meeting. Okay. So I do get hit up on Twitter sometimes, and not Discord, because I'm not really on there, but So yeah, sometimes I don't know. Like people hit you up like oh god, different apps that I'm just talking on. True Social. I've been hit up on there and some other ones.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's real. So, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with spicy banter. You're right, but it can go too far sometimes. So be careful with that.
See, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Unless you're really just trying to hook up, I feel like keeping the spicy banter to a minimum until you've established, like, I don't know. I just feel like if you're interested in somebody, you wait and see what they're about, and the spicy banter comes after that. So I feel like if you go off spicy right away, like you're saying, okay, this is what I'm about.
That's what they're expecting.
Right. This is what I'm about. I'm just about my fucking pussy. So
right. And that's what they expect. I have to
offer. Whereas before, if you hold off and wait, or some dude's like, this is all I have. This is, I got a wallet and some dick. You're like what else do you have to offer?
Yeah, that doesn't, to me, that doesn't.
Are you funny?
It's not a turn on to me. It's
right.
a whole package.
Are you curious about life? Right, exactly. Yeah. Like, what else is there? Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't care if you don't own a house or any of that stuff. I don't care. I don't do a bankroll. I support myself. I don't want anybody else's shit. And I don't want some low life in my shit either. So
yeah, I think there's a lot of women that don't care as much about money as men think they do.
Yeah. So I don't know. But
I think they confuse women care about effort.
Yes,
I think. I mean, there are women that care about money. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's as many as guys think. Now, women
I don't know
definitely care about effort. So, for example, you have a very expensive French restaurant versus a guy that doesn't have money, so he makes an effort to make up a nice table and put outside, like set it up and put the candles up and set a nice dinner out and string up some string lights outside. So he has either picked up a really nice dinner or he's made a really nice dinner. He's put all the candles on. He's got the tablecloth. He's made something really nice in a really nice area, like outside on a picnic or whatever. He's made the effort. I think more women would be into that than going to the, $300 French restaurant.
Any day to make that kind of effort and make it more personable. And, nobody has a ton of money to go out on dates and do things anymore. I don't expect somebody to, I would, it's always nice when they buy you dinner, but if you want to meet for a cup of coffee first or get a drink first and, then maybe go out to dinner or something the next time or whatever, lunch, I'm all game for that. I don't want anybody to just throw their wallet open and start spending. And I think that's what, some guys tend to think when you talk to them, that it's going to cost them, $200 to take a girl out every other week.
It does cost them that much. Dating's expensive for men. So I would not ever let anybody take me to dinner because I didn't want to be trapped across from somebody for X amount of time.
That's my point. It doesn't really.
We're going for coffee or a drink. That's it. Period. End.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, those are some of my short version of stories, and there's, I'm sure, going to be plenty more.
Alex, avoid women who want dinner at a restaurant for a first date is what I believe. I think you're correct. I think. And then you have the guys who.
I disagree with that. I'm sorry.
No, you have guys that want to just meet at the park and they don't want to spend anything. There's a happy medium.
Oh, no, I don't meet them. Yeah.
There's a medium. So go for a coffee, go for a smoothie, go for a drink.
Yeah.
So
no, and I'm sorry, Alex, I disagree with that. Yeah.
Thank you, Chowny Man. So
some dating sites for rich people. Yeah, there probably is. There's dating sites for everybody. Dating sites for Christians, dating sites for
Jewish.
Yeah, and all kinds of different ones. Yes.
Yeah. Or Marvelous says at least pizza. Yeah,
why not? Good. Yeah.
There are dating sites for all types. It's wild. They even have one.
I try to stick to a couple.
This is the one that fascinates me the most. They have one for the personality types where
really?
Yeah, where you can't put any pictures of yourself up. You only put your personality type and what you're into up. No pictures of yourself. So if you're, an INFJ or an ENFP, dating sites for left lane drivers. Hell yeah.
I like that. I like the way you think there.
I know, I do too. That's great.
It probably is, Jay, and you'll go find it.
So I saw
you
this
can't-
the
I'm
other
sorry,
day.
Mary.
No, I saw this. What did I send you the other day? It was dating sites.
Mm.
Let me find it real quick. Hmm. Oh no, that's not it. It was about basically, let me see a picture of your bookshelf, your medicine cabinet, what's in your fridge, and your average grocery haul. That was it, right? So here it is, a dating app, but it's just one picture of someone's bookshelves, one of their usual grocery haul, one of their pets, and one of their thermostat.
Yep, very much true.
That's it. And then I was just seeing that the comments. Somebody like, oh, I think I would have to see their medicine cabinet or how many pillows on their bed, because some people think all you need is one pillow. I feel like you need to fill out a thing too, like, do you drive in the left lane or the right lane? And what speed are you going when you're in the left lane? And what speed are you in the right lane? Like,
I love asking a lot of those questions like that. And then eventually you throw out there, are you vaccinated? Yeah. What's your opinion on what's
that's an
going on?
inflammatory question.
I know. Well, first, I think I started with that the other day with the one guy. I was like, what's your opinion on today's views or world views today? And I really got, what I got back was basically, in my opinion, okay, I don't pay attention to anything going on. It was just stupid. It was a stupid answer altogether. I was just like, okay, you're definitely not getting a date because you have no brain.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to sit there and just talk and ramble and I'm going to have no responses. And that'll be the only thing.
Exactly. See, are you vaccinated is a loaded question now, because vaccinated or unvaccinated now stands for a lot more than just a vaccine. So
I can't, well, there's that. Yes.
Are you unvaccinated now stands for, were you willing to lose your job if you stood up for your own principles? Do you value your health over propaganda? Did you survive the propaganda, the whole thing?
And don't put pictures up with a mask that I'm wearing a mask. Right. People still do. I see that all the time. Here's the other one. Guys with no shirt and a fishing rod.
Fishing.
Jeez. Everybody's got a fish and a fishing rod, or a naked selfie on the bed. No.
Or the guy in the car that has 5 selfies in his sunglasses of different selfie sunglasses.
And you never smile on any of these pictures.
Yeah.
Do you have teeth? You know where I live? You may not. So I did that the one time. Remember, the guy looked really good. He was handsome. Talked to him on the phone. Met him in person. He was missing teeth. Are you freaking kidding me? No. Nice one.
There's farmersonly.com.
I believe that.
When it says the old jingle, you don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. Okay.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I don't either.
Is that where you met your guy?
I don't know, but farm fresh eggs, man. They're bringing some fresh eggs.
Hey, Winona, where did you meet that guy? What
you said already? Facebook dating.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
That's okay. We were talking. And Brian, no, I'm not an INFJ. I am an ENFP. So can you not tell by the way I laugh at everything? Everything's funny to me. Even when the world's falling apart, I'm still living my best life, hey.
Good.
I know it's funny when I put things on social media, people are like, are you okay? Are you upset? Are you angry at the world? I'm like, no, I'm just letting you guys know what's going on. So,
right, Allie.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. That could be the Florida man.
No, to be fair, okay, people who wear masks in their car by themselves. Okay, to be fair, I'm gonna offer a different perspective for a moment. There are a lot of people who have severe allergies at certain times of the year, and going outside, they wear a mask to avoid all the pollen. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it.
I know you're not saying anything, but it's true. Some people have severe pollen issues.
Okay, I'm okay with that, but don't put that on your profile. But
99% of them driving in the car by themselves wearing a mask are fucking idiots. Okay, I will say that, but that 1% might be pollen.
Okay, all right. Usually that person's probably married for 20 years.
Oh,
already.
God, Jay goes, they also wear condoms to bed by themselves, too.
Yeah, I bet they do. I would love to hear some other stories from people.
I would, too. Alex asking what it means. If you go to 16personalities.com, you can do a personality test to find out where you fall on the Myers-Briggs scale. And realistically, you probably have to do that thing like 3 different times to find out where you are.
Minimum 3.
Yeah, you're going to fall between a couple different.
And be honest with it when you do it. Nobody's watching.
Yeah, a lot of times. Yeah. So, but you go to 16personalities.com and you can find out your personality type, and it'll tell you like, this is the career you would be really good in, and these are the kind of people you get along really well with. So, yeah, if you're interested.
So yeah, why not? You have to keep us up to date on that. I look forward to hearing stories from you.
Oh, Lori, you're fun. Nomad says they could use Claritin for allergies instead of masks. You could, but if you use too much Claritin, your breath will smell. It dries you out.
Oh, there's another thing. Brush your teeth.
Exactly.
Wear cologne. I like cologne. I like a man when he wears cologne.
Okay, so Brian says, what would be one of the first questions you ask someone when on a date? Now, I have very different personalities with this kind of thing, and we have to wrap up, but this will be the last thing. Go ahead, Eva. What is the first question you ask somebody when on a date?
Oh, man, that's a hard one.
Eva turns into a detective.
No, I do not.
She does.
Oh, it's in my
where'd you say you lived again? Oh, I know that area. So where exactly?
No, that's not the first question. The first questions, I don't know. I mean, if they haven't told you much about themselves, I usually kind of ask. I don't like that one-sided thing, I don't know. I think it depends on, I don't know how much conversation. Yeah, I am tough and strong, and sometimes that's a downfall, Michael. So.
She has to embrace her feminine energy and wear a skirt every once in a while.
I do.
Yes.
I even bought another one. Huh? Lori.
About the detective thing, right, Lori?
Lori, here's for you.
Thank you, Lori.
So I don't know. That's a loaded question because it depends on how far in conversations I've had with that person before we went to eat or date. So.
Wait, let me ask, for the guys that are still here, how do you feel about strong and tough women? Like, where are you with the strong and tough versus the feminine energy kind of thing? Like, where are you and all that? What's your opinion?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good one, Lori. What's the best thing about your day? I like that one.
Sometimes I'll ask what you're crazy.
Okay. All right. I like that.
All right.
I ask sometimes, I'm like, what's the coolest thing that you learned today?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I like that one. What's the coolest thing you learned today? Because we learn something every day. If they say I didn't learn
what made you smile today? I've done that. What made you happy today? What made you smile today? What did you laugh at today? Yeah.
All right. Because you're crazy, match my crazy, Fred says. Right. Chowny says he loves this tough and strong women. Jay says got to be both feminine energy and tough and strong.
Good.
Cool Awesome Dude says I'm open as long as I'm not arrogant and stuck up. All right, these are good answers here.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Not intimidated. Good, Brian.
Well, I mean, if these guys are my fans, they're not intimidated.
I agree, Michael. It's important to make a good impression. First impression, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Laura says no one needs your feminine and your masculine side. It's not easy for women who are independent. I 100% agree.
Yes.
I 100% agree on that. And I think for men too, I think we all have the ability to be masculine and feminine. I think men get a bad rap if they're showing a feminine side, and women sometimes get, I don't know. Women have a hard time balancing it too.
Part of getting to know people and seeing if they're a right fit also is to, balance of both, like Brian said. The first date is always weird, no matter what.
There you go. Daryl nailed it. He goes, I'm not scared of a strong woman. Personally, I like when it's strong and soft. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And Alex says, woman can't be strong and tough, but feminine also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I like these.
I do too.
Yeah.
What's been interesting?
Yeah.
Love being on the hot seat.
Yeah.
So
Well, you stuck me on it for the first 45 minutes.
yeah, well, that was the plan. So how'd you like it? How'd it feel?
Well, don't let anybody call you fat again. Fuck them.
No, I know. No, like I said, don't
No.
take it personally.
Yeah.
But that's why I get on for a while, and if I don't meet anybody for and be then I'll get off for a while too and pause it. And so, well, anything else? Do we want to talk about our sponsor?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. So gold is up a lot. If you hadn't noticed, a lot of the BRICS nations are buying gold like crazy because they are backing BRICS pay with gold now. So if you're not keeping up on all of this, I'll try and keep you up. But if you get a chance to look into it, it's really fascinating. A lot of other nations, there's BRICS Nations Plus. It's a whole different currency now that is being started elsewhere. It used to be that the dollar was the shit. We're not the shit anymore. BRICS pay is going to be the new thing. And they're using gold to back their money, whereas the dollar used to be backed by gold and then it was backed by petrol. We've removed both. That's why we're in a free fall. That's why there's so much inflation and deflation. So the way to protect your money, your finances, your future is to do what they're doing and for you to buy gold also. So you can do that. Yeah. 3,000 to 300. Yes. Gold is way up. So you can
crazy.
invest with as little as $50. You can go to aprilhunter.gold. This is Wise Wolf Gold and Silver Exchange. So, and invest in precious metals. So you can do a recurring buy every month. And if you do for as little as $50, if you use the code 1776, they will send you some free constitutional silver. So unfortunately, the money, our dollar, is going to keep dissipating and de-dollarizing basically. So if you want to kind of put your money in something that's a lot more stable than a piece of paper, and that will continue to be stable and grow, definitely go to aprilhunter.gold and invest into something that's finite and precious. So
where else can they find you?
I'm easy, just not cheap. I'm easy. So go to patreon.com, April Hunter, for my primary love you all site. And then you can also go to OnlyFans, April Hunter as well. So, or Real April Hunter on Instagram.
And you're on X, you're on YouTube.
Yep,
Don't forget to like and share the show.
Yes. So
you can find her videos and clips for sale on bedbox.co.
Yep.
And so spread all the word. And you know where to find her wish list.
Yes. But seriously, thank you for doing our stories and our questions tonight. We had fun with you guys. So
yes,
it was
definitely.
cool being able to talk to so many people that were here from a while ago. So I appreciate that. That made it a lot more fun.
Amazing fans.
So I know I do. I'm really lucky. So thank you. Mwah. All right, you guys, we will see you next Tuesday. And you guys have a great night and a great week. So lots of love to you. Mwah. Flex you on out of here.